Hey everyone, it's Katie Patterson Ingles here, and I hope that your Sunday has been great. And if it's like ours, we already had a Thanksgiving today with family, and I know that several of you have already had Thanksgivings this entire weekend. So I'm going to share with you what we're going to have leading up to Thanksgiving before we head out west to see and spend time with my sister. And we're all very excited to get away and to spend time with some new babies that have been born recently. So I am taking advantage of different things that we have around the house, and it's also cold. And so I really have enjoyed my Fix 8 book. You guys hear me talk about this. I do the 21-day Fix program, and it comes with Cleaner Eating and this really great book by Adam. And so there is this beef stew recipe, but she does hers with sweet potatoes. And so what I did, I had a flank steak that, you know, sometimes flank steak is not always the tenderest as cut of meat, and so I put it in the crock pot yesterday and just let it really simmer and cook slowly, and it turned out to be fantastic. And then I cut it up to go into my stew right here. And so as you can see, there are it's onions, and it's celery, and it's carrots, and it's also some tomatoes that are in there. And then I put in the chunks of flank steak that turned out to be so tender and delicious, and then my sweet potatoes. And it also, for the sauce, it's got, of course, there's garlic in there, and there's this beef broth, which is what I used the broth that I had already cooked my steak in. And also there's smoked paprika, bay leaves, and some red wine in there, and it has such a great flavor, and I really enjoy the flavor that the sweet potatoes make into it. But I will tell you that I made two versions because my husband is not such a sweet potato fan, and so he has one with red potatoes, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I just threw the sweet potato in the oven, and then I threw a couple small red potatoes in there too. So it's not like I went ahead and made two different meals. You know, it's just a slight variation. But I will tell you that he did try it with some of the sweet potatoes in there, and I didn't hear too many complaints. So we are going to be having this soup for the next couple of days, and then also I had some hamburger that I needed to do, and I just got done browning it here, and I drained the grease off, and it's also sitting in a paper towel so it can soak up the grease. That grease is not good for anybody, and there's no need for it to be on there. So it's soaking up the grease. I want to make sure that my spinach does not spoil, and so we'll be having some taco salads, and if they really want it, they can put it in a shell, but I'll be planning to have a taco salad, and of course my avocados with it. So I'm just trying to get as much greens into my body as I possibly can leading up to Thanksgiving. So those are the two meals we'll have, and for the next 3 days that'll be plenty. But what I've decided I want to share with you tonight, I get so many questions about this. If you can see here what I'm doing, I think that's okay, baby. So I talk about my apple cider vinegar, and that Bragg's is the purest form of it, and it's called With the Mother. And so this is really good stuff. Honestly, it's the best apple cider vinegar that I found. I wish that I could say this was some local honey. I usually do have local honey, but it's all gone, and I haven't been able to get a hold of another jar of local honey just yet. And so this is a natural, pure, raw honey. This is the one that I could find that was the rawest form in the grocery store. So what do I do every morning? And everyone says, Katie, this isn't really good, right? No, I'll be honest with you, it's not that good. But guys, this makes a huge difference for me whenever I do my apple cider vinegar and my raw honey. It really has helped me fight colds. I've honestly been doing this for many, many years. My aunt taught us the trick. This is how she fights her colds. And then I did a little bit more research and see how much more it does for your body. It's actually a very gentle detox to get those different toxins out of your body. It really helps aid in digestion, and I have a lot of stomach troubles. I used to have a lot of really bad stomach troubles. I'm glad to say eating cleaner and getting 30 minutes of exercise in, and my Shakeology, which is a clean meal, has really solved my stomach issues. But what it also has done is really improved my skin. It helps my immune system, as I already talked about that, flushing some of the toxins out of there. Apple cider vinegar is known for helping clear your sinuses and helps fight sugar cravings. Thank goodness. I don't know about you all, but I definitely need ways to help fight sugar cravings and too with that. My Shakeology does that. Cleaner eating helps change your taste buds so you're not craving sugar as much. And then of course when I do the apple cider vinegar, I see that I need, I have a less craving for that as well. So I do about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of this, and match that with about a tablespoon of my raw honey. Put in my little, this is a Crown Royal. And I put it in here, and I fill the rest with really, really warm water, and I stir it all up as fast as I can, and I just take the sucker. And I will tell you, there was a time for 2 weeks that I stopped it. I don't know why I did, and I was like, why am I still just not feeling my best? And I looked at what I had been doing, and I had not been doing my morning routine, and so now I'm feeling much better, and I've been fighting colds. Knock on wood. Some other people around this house have had some stuff, and I have not, so let's going to keep it that way. So everyone has asked me about this and how do you mix it and what do you do, so that is what I do with that, and why, and that's exactly why, and I can tell it makes a big difference in my system as well. I want to tell you a couple tips for surviving the holidays and Thanksgiving that's coming up. You can enjoy that food just as much as everyone else, but maybe fill your plate with a little more greens. Like we are making sure that we have, we're going to have this great spinach pear salad. We're going to have some really delicious Brussels sprouts that we're going to be trying, and something with some couscous as well. And we're still going to have our turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and rolls and things like that. But there's going to be plenty of greens to choose from. And I will be honest, my plate will consist more of my protein and my greens, and probably a sweet potato or two. So you can, and just if you enjoy sweet potato or mashed potatoes and gravy, just don't put as much on your plate. It's more about you can enjoy things just in a moderation. And just like today, like I am not going to miss out on my mom's pie. She is an amazing pie maker. So but I'm going to have half a piece of apple and half a piece of pumpkin pie instead. And I don't need a whole of each of them. And frankly, I'm just miserable when I'm done. So why do I need to do that to myself? So anyways, there's different things that you can do. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to take my concoction in the morning, and I'm going to get a workout in and before we eat, and then I'm going to make sure that I'm drinking a lot of water throughout the day, and I'm still going to enjoy my Thanksgiving, but I'm not going to sabotage everything that I've done and be absolutely miserable. So those are my tips for surviving the holidays, and put a lot more greens on your plate than you normally do, and get some activity in and drink a lot of water. So I do want to share one more thing before I go. As you know, I host a lot of challenges because, frankly, if people can eat clean and exercise and do all of that on their own, you're awesome, because there's not very many of us can do that without the support of a group. And I host private online groups, and this next one is going to be called Surviving the Holidays, and it's going to start right after Thanksgiving, and it's going to lead right up to Christmas. And so we are going to be having some great clean recipes. We're going to have some different meals that we can be making. We're going to be doing different programs that have 30 minutes or about 30 minutes of exercise in them, and they're just really fun. And this last group is just finishing up. They're finishing up on Wednesday. They have been amazing. They interact, they engage, and people are cinching up their belts, and they are putting on different pants that they have not worn in years. And that's pretty darn exciting just in 3 weeks. So I'm so proud of them. And I just want to invite you to be a part of something like that as well. And it will start right after Thanksgiving. So if you're interested, comment below and say, Katie, tell me more. So everyone have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye now.